Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video, it's just going to be a very quick one just because I'm going to talk about Singapore Airlines Spontaneous Escapades August 2025. It's the SG60 campaign that's ongoing right now. This promotion is actually pretty good. There's up to 40% discount. However, it expires in August 17, so in like one day's time, depending on when you watch this video. But fret not, of course, there's a ongoing promotion of 30% off through the other days as well. But do take note, you need to book this flight as soon as possible because a lot of the flights have been booked up. So, fastest fingers, of course. So in this video, I'm just going to break down what I think the best value or best flights are available in economy, premium economy and business class. I'm also going to break down a little bit of the terms and conditions of the promotion and what to look out for. Okay guys, so here's a couple of slides for the video. So of course, a disclaimer again here. And this is the Singapore Spontaneous Escapades SG60 Special Edition. As you can see, it's running from 18 to 31st August 2025 and the booking date is for travels between 1st and 30th September 2025. But if you book a flight before 17 August 2359, there's an upsize bonus of 40%. So I think it's a pretty good deal if you are able to book a flight before then. Do note the number of seats available are limited and availability is on a first come first served basis. So fastest fingers, of course. If you want to book a flight, decide it fast. So a quick background on how I am going to value the flights and how I'm going to analyze the flights here. So as you can see in this table, I have flight time, destination of course, and the miles required. The column that I'm calculating out whether or analyzing whether the flights are worth it or not is the hours per mile column. So this is basically just the amount of miles that is required divided by the flight time. And of course, the lower the amount of miles, the better it is. So in Manila's case, it's about 4 hours worth of flight time, but the cost of it is 14,400 miles. And once I take 14,400 divided by 3.8 here, I get 3,789. So it only costs you 3,789 miles per hour of flight. So it's pretty worth it, as you can see from the table. And all the way at the bottom of the list is Singapore to Kuala Lumpur because it's only an hour flight, but it still costs 12,600 miles. So that hours per mile is 12,600 miles per hour of flight, which is, I would never book that. But here's a summarized version of the table. For business class flights, these are the 4 destinations or 4 categories that I would recommend. So the first one is to Hanoi, Manila and Cebu. The hours flight time is about 3 to 4 hours. So it depends on whether you think that 3 to 4 hours flights is worth it, and of course whether you want to go to the city or not. But I think for 14,400 miles, I think it's not bad of a deal. Of course, another one is Perth. It's 24,300 miles and it's a 5-hour flight. Next one will be Ahmedabad, which is 25,800 miles for a 5.5-hour flight. And I think Hong Kong is also pretty good at 20,400 miles for a 4-hour flight. As for premium economy, the one that tops the list is Johannesburg. So it only costs 25,800 miles for a 10-hour flight in premium economy. So I think if you want to go to that part of the world and the premium economy for 10 hours, 25,800 is pretty good. The next on the list is to, of course, USA, San Fran, Newark and New York. It costs 48,300 miles for a 15 to 18-hour flight. So it's pretty solid deal, 40% off for 48,300 miles in premium economy. It's not bad. And the next on the list here is Brussels or Frankfurt. So if you want to go to Europe, it's a 13 to 14-hour flight, and right now you can purchase it for 42,600 miles at a 40% off rate. And the last one on the list is to Tokyo. So it's a Singapore favorite place to visit, right? So it's only 22,500 miles at a 40% off rate. It's for about 6 to 7 hour flight, so I think it's pretty worth it. And next on the list here is for the economy class flights. For USA, there's a couple of destinations that are pretty interesting. So LA, San Fran, Seattle and New York for 25,200 miles on economy class for a 15 to 16 hour flight. That's a very good deal. And next year, of course, is to Europe. Brussels, Frankfurt, Milan, Munich, Paris, Zurich for 25,200 miles again. It's a shorter flight, 13 to 14 hours, but it's still a solid redemption, I think. Next on the list is Beijingg, Tokyo at 12,900 miles for an economy flight. This is 6 to 7 hour flight, so it's also a good redemption here. And next on the list for Taipei and Hong Kong, it costs about 9,900 miles for a 4 to 4.5 hour flight. And last on the list here for the economy flights is Hanoi, Manila and Cebu at 8,100 miles for a 3 to 4 hour flight. So pretty solid redemptions. I think there's quite a lot of availability for all this for now. So if you are thinking about going to these destinations, be sure to book it. So a couple of things to take note here in the terms and conditions. First one, of course, is you need to book these flights at singaporeair.com or the Singapore Air mobile app. If you book it through, for example, booking.com or something like that, or Google Flights or trip.com, something like that, you won't be able, of course, to redeem this flights promo because there's no redemption option, of course. Next, of course, it's waitlist redemption is not available for all flights offered in this promotion. So I'll show you later on how the promotion looks like. So there's no waitlist options for this. Next, you cannot change your booking after you have booked. You also cannot cancel the booking after you have booked. So do take note of that. It's not there's no way to cancel the flight and still save your points. If you cancel the flight, then your points are gone. So do take note of that. You must travel between the dates when you book it. You cannot change it. You cannot, no cancellation, no changing of the flights as well. And you can do that, but of course you lose your points if you do that. The promotion is available in one way or return flights. However, you cannot combine this promo with another promotion. For example, if you want to book one leg as a saver redemption and then one leg in this promo redemption, you cannot do that. You just need to book it separately. And one thing to take note that's not in the slides, there are blackout dates, as you can see here. So blackout dates meaning you cannot book any flights between these dates because there's no promo period for these guys. So for example, there are a couple of places here like Singapore to Hanoi. See, there's a lot of dates that are blacked out, so you cannot book those trips then. So in this last section of the video, I'm just going to walk you through how you're going to book these flights in the Singapore Air website. So first step, of course, is to go to the singaporeair.com website and then click on redeem flights. Choose from Singapore to the destination that you want. I'm just going to choose Singapore to Ho Chi Minh City. Departure date, I'm just going to put September. Take note of the blackout dates and the dates that you want to go, right? The dates that you want to go must be between September. So here's business class and I'm choosing for one adult. Once you click search, it takes a while to load. And then over here, you'll see the business class award availability. So as you can see, usually it's a saver rate. So for example, let me click on this. Usually this is what you see, right? So saver is 24,000, advantage is 40,000. But between the September dates, there are a lot of availability for 14,000 miles. So I'll click on one. And as you can see here, so there's the promo rate, the saver rate, and the advantage rates. So it's 14,000 versus 24,000. So it's quite a bit of a discount, as you can see. To see the details of the flight, it's an Airbus 350-900 LH. And yeah, if you want to book, just click on it. And then here's the fares and all the necessary details. Of course, you still need to pay taxes and surcharges. And once you click continue, you see this page. And as you can see here, there's a no-show fee of $300. And you cannot cancel, you cannot change any dates, you cannot route or do anything else, right? So do note that if you book these flights show up and then go on the flights, because cancellation is not allowed, date changes is also not allowed, and if you do not show up, it's additional $300 that you need to pay Singapore Airlines. So yeah, that's the end of the video. So thanks for watching. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section below. If not, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.